So for me, it really, I think I was kind of lucky. I was able to move from being a full-time footballer, play semi-professional football, and be in a position to study and then work.
Right.
And I found myself working initially at GE Money, GE Capital Bank. It got me really traveling the world.
Yeah.
And everywhere that I went to work, I joined a local football team,
Right. Yeah.
and kind of as we were saying before, that really brought out that one language of sport and athleticism, just pulls everybody together. And so
Yeah.
that was great for me.
Yeah.
But I found myself in banking, worked in consumer banking. Like I say, GE managed to move me around the world, or I moved around the world with them, taking every opportunity I could. And I then moved into HSBC out of Hong Kong, got to spend about a decade in Hong Kong working for them. And that was a wonderful role where I got to, I guess, travel globally as
Yeah.
part of their global team.
Right.
And that really opened up my eyes to banking, to consumer insight and behavior.
Mm.
And that's something that really started to grow on me. One of the big projects that we did there was around research and researching the meaning of home and home ownership around the world.
Right.
And that really sparked this interest for me around, behavior, people,
Mhm.
how they move around, what they do.
Right.
And, then I was in Hong Kong, and I was actually at Hong Kong Football Club. I was at some project, a tournament called the Hong Kong Sevens, or Soccer Sevens.
Mm.
And I was speaking with there was an England international. He was there playing in the Masters League.
Yeah.
And I was just standing chatting to him during the tournament. And I was just like, so, what are you doing? How's it going?
Yeah.
And the response he gave was a negative response. It was like, it's not good. It's been a challenge. It's not that easy to transition.
Right.
And that got me thinking about my transition, my story. It got me thinking about where some of my friends that I played with, those who went on to bigger, better things, much bigger, better things than I did, how
Right.
were they dealing with that transition?
Yeah.
And that began my investigation into the transition story for all athletes, not just
Mm.
footballers, not just professionals, but those who go through Commonwealth Games, Olympic
Right.
programs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
starting to say, well, what happens to them once we see them on the podium? Where do they go?
Right.
How do they transition?
Yeah.
And what that created in me then is sort of this passion to help.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a while to figure out what's the best way for me to help athletes in that transition. And
Right.
that's really where Second Wind came.
Yeah.
And Second Wind, therefore, Second Wind as a business, Second Wind is there to help uh, sort of former elite athletes to transition into careers beyond sport,
Mhm.
either at the point of retirement or to help them form a dual career. So whilst they may pursue excellence
Right.
in
Yeah.
amateur or Olympic type sports,
Yeah.
what career can they build on the side of that?
Right. No, I mean, like